The best puns are never good. Perfect is the enemy of the good. I can get behind that, Dave, but annoying people instead of clever puns?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I've just been dying for an opportunity to use that. Thanks for the compliment, Dave. I'm proud of the channel name and puns. Sincere, weird, important, fun, and punny, but never too serious. I really agree with you that it's a skill to make it all about personality instead of just making a joke to get a reaction out of somebody and then using their reaction to fulfill something else, and then you just are listening to yourself making puns. It's not about connecting. That's not really a conversation focused on connecting with people. That's pun overkill. Alright, enough about puns. I'm a clever pun guy. I tread lightly. I want to take this conversation in another direction. I want to talk about Twitter. I had a Twitter thing happen recently, and I just finished recently reading an absolutely remarkable thing. So I have a bell curve idea. Evolution has not prepared us for Twitter and most of everything we face in the 21st century. It hasn't prepared us for facing the challenge of so much excess. Before technology came along, we really evolved to operate well in scarcity. The challenge is ultimately how we balance chemicals and how we take all of the weird human-created things in the cultures we live in and try to create a sense of stability. I tweeted this sometime on Saturday, and since I've tweeted it has become the most retweeted tweet of all time for me. You'd think I'd be solely responsible for this event. I'm not. I am for the tweeting part, but escalation in this day and age has very little to do with the person that initiated it and more to do with who responds to what's said and what gets created. And that's how one person sent this idea to a virtual auditorium of hundreds of people. And I'm wondering what the consequences will be of how we connect and how humanity will respond to things like that. Does more hardship mean more cooperation and unification? How will we decide to unite and change things with depth and safety and order instead of sort of succumbing to the excess and the easy cycles of dopamine which could stretch ourselves thin on the surface? It's more convenient to consume and to get addicted to things easily that are in excess than to create change and change people for the better with ideas. Regarding that bell curve, how does one cope healthily with certain things pulling us toward excess and other things pulling us towards scarcity? Like, which one should we incline to, depending on what it is? The more I think about it, the more I think it comes down to using things as a tool or using them as a crutch. It's a question of how much is enough and what do we need more of. These are the things I think about. What do you think, Dave? What do you think about the idea of destructive abundance? Below, I'll link a video from my 2016 self on Simon Sinek's book, The Leaders Eat Last, and I'll also link the lecture because it's awesome. It really has been a hook for helping me process these ideas after reading Hank's book. Dave, I hope we find ways to balance out destructive abundance and scarcity in this excessive and very loud time that we live in, to really figure out how much we should adapt ourselves to our environment and to the technology and things we create, or how much we should adapt those things to ourselves. I'll keep on mattering to things with depth and moderation, and I'll see you on Thursday. Enjoy your Dave.